Hello, everybody. Today I will be taking you through some of the key factors that can affect the construction and design process of structures today. So obviously, multiple teams go into the process of constructing buildings, which include the contractors, suppliers, architects, interior designers, landscapers, civil, mechanical, and electrical engineers. Some people tend to think that just the building team or crew is required for the process, but that is not the case because they take their orders from the private contractor and the private contractor takes its orders from the company who hired them. The teams all work together through a process called BIM, which we will get into later. There are three key components of the process that allow for it to be a smooth and swift ride, which are structural adequacy, construction safety, and building information modeling. These components help build safe and sustainable buildings. Structural adequacy plays a big role when it comes to designing and constructing buildings because ultimately, a mistake in this area could result in a numerous number of deaths. Structural adequacy can be defined as calculating the internal and external weight that a structure is going to experience. For example, external weight could be defined as the weight of people in the building at a given time, or the amount of furniture used to decorate the building, or even the amount of equipment stored throughout. Internal weight could be defined as the materials used when constructing the building, or any weight that is attached to the structure before doing the inside. Construction safety is something that has been followed by generations on generations. It has kept many workers and civilians safe during the process of construction or reconstruction. It is the first thing any site manager goes over before any digging begins. There are safety zones throughout the site where workers can go, and according to Luca Barone from Security Latest, workers don't go to the safety zones of the site that have a different objective. They do this because there are different safety measures at each part of the site that need to be heard and followed, so instead of remembering all the safety measures, the workers just stick to their own section, making it easier. To talk about some of the equipment provided would be a hard hat, gloves, goggles, steel-toed boots, safety vests, and harnesses. These items are required at any construction site you go to keep one safe and out of harm's way. The last factor I will cover is the building information modeling. BIM could be defined as the middle ground that all parties agreed on to create the structure. It is divided into three parts, which consist of assessments, goals and planning, and advancement. The first part, which is assessments, mainly handles the money aspect of the construction or renovation. It is where they value the worth of the company and decide which areas can be improved by using new technologies, as stated by James Ocean from Revisdo. Also, it is very important to account for all the money that is going to be circulating through this project, along with adding insurance money for any irregular issues so that the company is not blindsided down the road. The next step is goals and planning, which is pretty much where all parties involved come together and lay everything out on the table that they want to get done. They agree and disagree with each other on many things. The purpose of this step is to establish what everybody wants out of this building and to create a guideline to refer to if something is forgotten or one needs more clarification. The last step is advancement, and this is where the engineers usually take over and assess the project as a whole and determine the proper steps to avoid cost escalations and avoid broken deadlines, as said by James Ocean from Revisdo. Sometimes the engineers will come together and create a roadmap of what has already been done and what part of the process they can add the leftover money to from the previous steps, or they do it to keep their thoughts circulating and reminded about the structure being built. Thanks for listening about the key components of the construction and design process for civil engineers.